Do you want to make money while you sleep? Well, let me tell you, for 17 payments of $29.99, I'm just kidding. Let's talk about staking. Staking your cryptocurrency is an excellent way to make extra money if you plan to hold your cryptocurrency long term. So let's break down what staking is, the risks of staking, and some of my very favorite stakeable coins and the rewards that you can expect to receive from each. So starting this off, what is staking? Before we look into this, before we look into coins that are great for staking, we need to understand what staking is. So staking is a method of consensus for proof of stake blockchains. Put simply, it's when you contribute your coins as collateral for the opportunity to validate transactions on a network. If you validate genuine transactions, you receive your staked coins back along with a little bit of extra cash on the side. So this little extra could be in the form of new coins or coins gathered from transaction fees paid by whoever initiated the transaction that you validated. Now, there are two different types of staking. There's delegating and there's validating. Validating is staking where you're actually doing the processing of transactions yourself. Now, this takes a much higher upfront investment. It takes more work. It can be complex and might require specific experience or knowledge about the cryptocurrency or about computing. Now, delegating, this is probably what you're interested in. This is the true passive income piece. Delegating is exactly how it sounds. You're delegating your transactions to a validator who then does the work for you. So a small fee gets taken out by the validator, gets taken out of profits, but it's very low risk and it's much, much easier to do. Now, the first coin, the first stakeable coin that I want to talk about is Cardano ADA. My very favorite, I got to cover Cardano ADA. Now, what is it? What is Cardano? If you're not familiar, Cardano is a blockchain platform that is currently in the process of adding smart contracts and aims to be a system similar to an Ethereum, where all kinds of dApps and businesses can be built on the actual system, except with Cardano, you can stake their native coin ADA and make some nice passive income. So here are the staking details. And these can vary a little bit. It can vary a little bit depending on averages, depending on the month, depending on the epoch. There's some variables here. So don't expect exactly these percentages. That's what I'm saying. So the average stake reward for validators, which is those who are actually processing the transactions, that is 6.53% APY. The average delegator reward is 6.26% APY. Now, it's important to note that that is annualized. So that means the interest that you earn in the beginning of the year is earning interest later in the year, so that's why it's slightly higher than what might just be shown as the monthly rate of return if you're looking at different pools. Now, the lockup period. There's actually no lockup period for ADA, which means you have liquidity, you can remove your funds at any time. Why ADA? Besides Cardano now being in the top 3 market cap, whoop whoop, it also provides reliable staking returns with the benefit of no risk of losing your money because the funds never actually need to leave your wallet to be staked, which is huge. I mean, risk-free, really. Rewards are paid every epoch, which is every 5 days, roughly. Now, there's a reason why Cardano is the most staked cryptocurrency in the world. It's because of such low risk and fairly good rewards. Now, where can you stake this? Most exchanges allow staking Cardano, including KuCoin, Binance, Kraken, Crypto.com, but in my opinion, the best place to do it is directly through Cardano's Daedalus wallet. Now, the reason I say this is many exchanges offer kind of subpar staking rewards, so just double check the rewards before you stake anywhere. If they're up around like 5 or 6%, it's probably okay. It's probably worth just delegating your rewards there instead of getting an additional wallet. If they're low, like 1-2%, maybe you want to get the Daedalus wallet. Also, I have an entire video walking step by step how to stake Cardano for those interested. I'll have that pinned above. The second coin, the second stakeable coin that I really appreciate is Polygon Matic. Now, what is it? Polygon is a crypto platform aiming to solve scaling, increasing speed, and reducing cost in blockchains. Basically, they help build better blockchains. So here are the staking details. And again, these are averages. The current validator stake reward, which is those who are actually doing the processing, they're doing the hard work, is 13.72% APY. Huge. The current delegate reward, which is after any fee that's paid to a validator, is 12.61% APY. So massive rewards here. The lockup period, though, is 8 to 10 days. So there's a little bit of locked up liquidity here, but 8 to 10 days isn't too bad. Now, why Matic? First is Polygon co-hosts some of Ethereum's biggest projects like ADA and Decentraland, so the network has a lot of trust backing it and things that are being run on it already. Polygon also offers those high rewards, and there are fairly low fee pools that you can delegate to. And I mean, frankly, 13%, that's pretty awesome. Now, where can you stake Matic and earn those juicy rewards? To stake or delegate, you have to use the Matic Network Web Wallet, which will also require a browser wallet like MetaMask with Ethereum in it for gas fees. Now, the third coin on the list is VeChain and their VET coin. Now, what is it? VeChain is a blockchain power supply chain network, chain on chain. Dumb. VeChain aims to create an ecosystem that solves a lot of the major issues in supply chains today and solves a lot of issues with counterfeit items. This is one of the few crypto projects that has very, very clear use cases, and I'll have my video on this pinned above that really goes into depth of everything that they do. So here's the details of delegating their coin. This one's a little bit different. So if you just hold VeChain, you get 1.36% APY. Now, this might sound quite low compared to others on the list because it is quite low. But I wanted to mention it because you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is hold VET in your wallet and you'll be paid out rewards automatically in VeTho or VeThor, which is their payment coin. They have a two-coin system. So personally, I hold VET in my KuCoin account and monthly I get a nice little deposit without doing anything. And also, I just wanted to mention that you can use KuCoin to buy any of the cryptos on this list. You can do a ton of other things like staking, lending. You can buy like 200 plus coins. I use it for basically all my transacting at this point. So if you want to check that out, I'll have it linked in the description. If you use that link, you'll save money on trading fees, but you'll see the trading fees are crazy low. It's insane how cheap it is to trade there. Now, why VET? VeChain has a long list of partnerships and many more in the works due to its kind of niche space of combining physical supply chain and the blockchain, which gives it a lot of trust for the consistency of future staking and just trust in the system itself. And they also have tons of partnerships, including BMW and Renault and other big brands that you've definitely heard of. The fourth coin on this list is Tezos XTZ. Now, what is it? Tezos is a modular and upgradable blockchain network that aims to provide a platform for decentralized applications and smart contracts similar to Ethereum, but without the forking. So here's the details on staking it. So the current validator stake reward, that's the people who actually doing the work, is 11.21% APY on average. The current delegate reward, which is after fees, you're delegating to someone else to do the hard work for you, it's 10.11% APY. Now, why XTZ? So Tezos has no lockup times for delegators and has a 14-day lockup time for validators, or bakers as Tezos calls them. On top of this, 10% rewards is amazing. Now, I have heard that validating XTZ is apparently very complex, so for most, it's going to be best just to simply delegate it and collect that nice, juicy 10%. Now, where can you stake this? It can be staked on pretty much any major exchange. Then last on the list, we have Algorand, Algo. Now, what is this? Algorand is a blockchain-based network that provides a wide range of use cases and uses a pure proof-of-stake consensus system. So this one's a little bit different. So anyone who holds at least one Algo coin, which is currently priced at $1.06, is involved in the creation of new blocks. And with this, you get paid out rewards in proportion to how much Algo you actually hold. It's a pretty awesome system. So here are the details. The current stake reward is 5.5%. Now, there's no delegating option here because staking is automatic, and anyone can do it just by owning Algorand and holding it in the correct wallet. It's literally as easy can be, as passive can be. Now, where can you stake it? Algorand actually has a smartphone app where you can send your Algo and it's just automatically staked, and you can also do this through an Exodus wallet. Now, here are the risks and the downsides of staking. Number one is the locking period. So for some cryptocurrencies, some we mentioned on this list, the amount you stake goes through a lockup period, which means you don't have access to the coins during that period. So if news comes out during the lockup period and you want to trade some of your coins, you're not going to be able to do it until you pull out your coins and you wait for that lockup period to end. Now, most coins I mentioned on the list have 0 or a low lockup period, but it's just something to consider when you're looking at staking a variety of different coins. Second is the barrier to entry for validators. Now, this is going to apply to most people. If you just want to delegate, it's not going to apply to you, but staking your coins as a validator typically requires you to run a node on the network, which a lot of times is not easy to do, requires some know-how, requires a higher investment up front, and it's just a higher barrier to entry. Third is a commission. Whenever you decide to delegate instead of running a validator node, you're dodging quite a bit of work, which is being placed on the validator, but you're not earning the full amount because they are taking a small portion of your profits. So it's just something to consider again when you are staking. But for most people, that is the better option. And then fourth is bad behavior and trust. So with proof of stake, in order to actually create an incentive for validators to only validate legitimate transactions, the stake coins can be taken for bad behavior by the network in certain networks. So when you're delegating coins to someone who's staking them, you are trusting that they'll stick to validating legitimate transactions and not getting in trouble with the network. Now, this can usually be avoided just by simply delegating to a trustworthy pool, which is very easy to do. And some coins like Cardano do not have this risk. So for most people, staking is an awesome option, especially if you're looking to hold long term. It's really a no-brainer if you're looking to hold long term because you're just earning more money for really doing nothing extra. Now, if you're a trader and you're in and out of positions constantly, it's probably not the best to stake. It probably doesn't benefit you a whole lot, especially if there's a lockup period. You definitely don't want to do that. An alternative to staking could be lending. Now, there's some increased risk there, but most places where you lend, like KuCoin is an option here, have insurance funds in place, but oftentimes the lending rates can actually be higher than the staking rates. So that's another thing that you may want to consider. But all in, if you're already holding the coin, you might as well earn some extra money from it. And then hopefully the coin appreciates and you can earn some staking rewards or lending rewards on top of that. So I hope that this was helpful. I'd like to thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a profitable day.